Asking for help. Asking for help. A lot of people see this as a weakness. I used to see this as a weakness. Um, in a lot of ways, my actions show that I still do. Um, Not knowing, you know, yes, there's leverage. Yes, there's exchange of value, which is what I call networking. That's what I call relationship. We're all in relationships. The exchange of value. Rejection is simply misplaced value. So when you go somewhere and they say, "Are you not worthy of this?" First of all, there's two ways of looking at rejection. Is it something I caused? In terms of me being rejected. Let's say I killed two people last week, and then I try to apply for the Air Force, and they say, "We can't let you in, bro. We are hereby rejecting your offer to serve." That's something I caused. That's my fault. Versus rejection based on someone else's preferences that has nothing to do with me. So there's two ways of looking at rejection. So don't always think that is your fault. It could be simply another person's preference, just like you have preferences, just like you choose whether or not you want to do something. You choose between right and wrong. You have a preference based on the outcome, obviously. So asking for help is probably the most important thing you can do in terms of long term longevity, long term success, long term, uh, you know, pure logistics, getting from point A to point B, asking for help. Something my senior master sergeant told me a while back, and it stayed with me to this day. You did not get where you are by yourself, comma. You won't get where you're going by yourself. All this has to do with vulnerability in terms of you know where you're trying to go, or at least you should. And up to this point where you currently are, you can obviously think upon, the many thousands of people who have assisted you getting to where you are, where you currently, however, indirectly. Everyone has a role to play in society, and because people are playing those roles, you are potentially where you are. The nurse that served you so many years ago, when you were born, the doctor who did their job, who simply washed their hands that allowed you to enter the earth. That there's so many people down the line, that simply enforce laws. The police officer that protected you, indirectly, they simply enforced laws while you're unable to, consciously protect yourself. Obviously, your parents, your family, your friends who have given to you, whether it be time, money, resources, knowledge, wisdom. You did not get where you currently are by yourself, and you're not going to get where you're going by yourself. At some point, you're going to need to ask for help. I'm in that current place. At some point, you're going to need to ask for help. At the base of vulnerability, or the lack of willingness to be vulnerable, is pride. It's pride. As an Isaiah, as Ray, as me, as a man, I struggle with this. I'm very prideful. I'm very competitive. I hate to lose. And so I would rather try to lift all the weight by myself than say, "Brett, can you give me a hand real quick?" Because I think in terms of efficiency, if one person can do this, why involve 2 and 3 more people? At some point in your Air Force career or whatever branch you're in, and this kind of is concentrated at certain levels, but at some point in your career, you're going to realize that what I am tasked to do, I'm incapable of achieving by myself. No matter how many hours I work, no matter how many plans I lay, and I thought up and down, and I thought of every single variable at play, and just the things that could happen potentially, the things that are possible, things that are probable. I've thought of all the variables, and then you go to actually achieve and do the thing that is required. You're gonna realize I still need another person. I need another mind. I need help. I need leadership. I have questions that I don't have answers to. I've read all these books, and yet I don't have the experience, because theory only takes you so far. That's what I believe my friend was alluding to in terms of, you can read and you can learn and you can have all this knowledge and you can have wisdom in theory, but until you do the thing, experience greatly outweighs, knowledge and theory. That's why mentorship is so valuable to me, being that I can learn from someone else's experiences, both positive and negative. Asking for help is proof of self-awareness, not weakness. Your ability to realize that I am not capable where I'm currently at to achieve this by myself. Self-awareness will get you further than any amount of strength, any amount of competence. Realizing I need help.